So what happened to Nike's Elite series of basketball shoes? For those of you who are probably too young to remember, Nike previously had an elite lineup of basketball shoes for its signature athletes. Those shoes were basically quote-unquote upgraded versions that were released or at least unveiled during the NBA playoffs. Basically, Nike had standard versions of the shoes during the NBA's regular season, but once the postseason begins, Nike's signature athletes would lace up an updated version of their kicks. Looking back, it was both unprecedented and an event the fans would eventually look forward to year after year. Notable examples of the Elite series include the signature shoes of Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, and Kevin Durant, three of Nike's biggest stars at that time. Today, however, Nike no longer has any Elite versions, not even for LeBron James. It's a bit of a curious case because it was a bold and strategic move that did not last for long. So let's have a quick conversation. The year was 2012 when Nike announced its Elite series of signature basketball shoes for the first time. That was the year when we saw the Nike Kobe 7 had its first Elite version for $200 in both home and away colorways. The shoe featured a carbon fiber heel counter, snakeskin textured upper, Kevlar flywire and laces, and full-length zoom. The Nike LeBron 9 also had its first Elite version in 2012, while the Elite version for the KD 5 came in April 2013. The LeBron 9 Elite also had Kevlar flywire and laces, Pro Combat collar, carbon fiber heel counter and midfoot shank, and full-length zoom air, all for $200. But did you know that not everything was a signature shoe? That's because the Nike Hyperdunk 2011 received the Elite treatment that year. It also had home and away versions and retailed for $200. Justifying the price increase is a carbon fiber heel counter, Kevlar flywire and laces, and Pro Combat tongue. Safe to say that the Elite lineup was an upgrade in terms of tech, but those so-called Elite basketball shoes didn't become a regular fixture in Nike's yearly catalog. The last year Nike had them was back in 2014. The lineup included the Kobe 9 for $225, the LeBron 11 for $275, and the KD 6 for $200. What began in 2012 saw its end by 2014. A main part of the reason why Nike's Elite series was discontinued is the price, because obviously it's not going to be easy selling shoes for $200 or more. Nike was more than ready with the tech upgrades, but the people's pockets weren't really in it for the long run. Besides, the shoes had a limited run in terms of duration and quantity. The economies of scale were not favorable. Fewer shoe quantities that were sold for a month or two led to higher per unit production costs, and the return on investment was most likely only marginal at best. So it's been more than a decade since Nike had its last Elite series of basketball shoes. There are no signs that the brand will be having a new Elite series for its upcoming lineup of sneakers, but it tickles the imagination. Think Nike Jaw 3 Elite, Nike Sabrina 3 Elite, or perhaps even the Nike Book 2 Elite. The only thing that we've had so far is the retro version of past Elite shoe models. If I'm not mistaken, the latest as of the time this video is posted was the Nike Kobe 9 Elite, although it's mostly because of Nike's recent push to make Kobe's shoes widely available. But who knows, one of these days Nike might change its mind and relaunch its Elite series, and I think Nike has a couple of reasons to do so, most of which center around the idea that the swoosh has a new generation of signature athletes. After all, both LeBron and KD, two Nike athletes with past Elite signature shoes, are nearing the end of their careers. Some of you probably remember that time very clearly when the Elite series first dropped. Those first wave of shoes were like built for war with all the Kevlar and carbon fiber materials. Nike sure wasn't playing around because the Elite series was designed for the challenges of the postseason. Some would say it's unfortunate that Nike discontinued the Elite series. Others would say that the price was worth it and that Nike needs to bring them back. If you were already into basketball shoes at that time when Nike's Elite series first dropped, you probably have your own take on this, so let me know what you think.